Hey, this is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back to Pickup, or rather, to Collections. This video is going to be of my superhero movie collection. Now, there are some stuff I have stored away that I can't get to right now, so I may do them in a future video, but for now are the ones that I can get to easy. First up, of animated films we have here, Batman Bad Blood. Next, we have Teen Titans Judas Contract, which is a really good one if you're looking for a good anime film. Next, we have Justice League versus Teen Titans. After that, we have Justice League Dark, which is definitely a really good one. Then we have Wonder Woman. Yep, and of course, a special edition. Then we have Batman the Killing Joke. And the last of the anime ones, Batman Ninja, which is interesting to say the least. Next, we'll go to some of my random collection ones. First up, we have a triple pack, which includes V for Vendetta, Watchmen Director's Cut, and Constantine. Next, we have the Blade Trilogy collection, with, of course, the classic Blade, which in my opinion is the best Blade. Then Blade 2, which quite a few people actually prefer, and then, of course, the not-so-liked Blade Trinity. Then we have this, which is a huge, collection, which is pretty impressive, really, when you think about it. Which we have, in my opinion, the best Punisher film, which has also John Travolta as a bad guy, and Kevin Nash. Then we have the original Sin City, Kick-Ass, The Spirit, and, of course, the classic, The Crow. Next, we have a triple pack of Ghost Rider Extended Cut and the original Hellboy Director's Cut. Then we have, of course, Spawn, which is a guilty pleasure of mine. Then we have Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, which is really good Del Toro film. Next up, we have this, which includes all four of the older Batman movies, of course. Batman Returns, from, of course, classic director Tim Burton, and then we have the Joel Schumacher ones. Batman Forever, and of course the infamous Batman and Robin. Next we have Batman Begins, Batman The Dark Knight, or rather just The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. One of the most highly praised movie trilogies of all time. Now, personally, for me, I felt The Dark Knight is the most overrated of the trilogy. I feel The Dark Knight Rises is overly hated for no reason, and in my opinion, Batman Begins is the best of the trilogy. But to each their own. Everybody has their own opinion and taste. Next, we have, quickly, this triple pack Superman collection, which includes the original Superman, Superman 2, the Richard Donner Cut, which, in my opinion, is the best version, and I feel a highly underrated film, Superman Returns. Next, we have one I don't care as much for personally, Man of Steel. Then, of course, we have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition, which, if you're going to watch this movie, you're best to just watch the extended cut. Next, we have what I feel is an overly hated movie, I actually kind of like, personally, Green Lantern Extended Cut. Then my personal favorite movie in the DCEU, which is probably somewhat controversial, Suicide Squad. Yep, this is actually my favorite. Then we have probably, in my opinion, the second best in the DCEU, and that is Wonder Woman. And no, I do not actually own Justice League, because I did not like that movie at all. Sorry. If I find it cheap sometime in the future, maybe. With that said, next up, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. And there is Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. Next up, trying to get to it. First, we have the X-Men 3 films, or original X-Men trilogy. X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is definitely despised by many people. Then we have, in my opinion, the best X-Men film, X-Men First Class. Then a film that I actually surprisingly really enjoyed, The Wolverine. Then we have X-Men Days of Future Past, which is awesome. Yeah, this is one that included even like a little mini comic book with it. That is honestly a pretty cool cover right there. Next up we have, of course, the original Deadpool. Then X-Men Apocalypse, which is actually, honestly, a pretty sick cover in my opinion. Then we have Logan, which is a masterpiece of a movie. And of course, the most recent, Deadpool 2, the Super Duper Cut. Next up, welcome to Spider-Man, the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Then we have, of course, the two Amazing Spider-Man films, which honestly, I have to say, the design, I feel, of the costume in Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2, I feel is by far the best designed Spider-Man costume thus far in any of the films, in my personal opinion, though. But overall, as a film, Amazing Spider-Man 1 is maybe my personal favorite Spider-Man film. Next up, welcome to the MCU. Iron Man. Iron Man 2. Thor. Captain America, the First Avenger. Marvel's The Avengers. Iron Man 3. Thor: The Dark World. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy, which in my opinion is the best MCU movie to date still. Next, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Ant-Man. Captain America: Civil War. Doctor Strange, which is easily one of my personal favorites. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Thor: Ragnarok, which was a blast of a movie, I might add. Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, which was amazing, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and now I'd like to introduce the newest addition to my collection as of today, Venom. Welcome to the collection, Venom. But anyways, that is my superhero movie collection. Tell me what you think. Which are your personal favorites in the universe? Do you prefer DC movies, Marvel movies, and so Marvel? Which, Spider-Man, the X-Men, 20th Century Fox, or the MCU? But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. And also, by the way, what are your personal thoughts on Venom? Personally, I really enjoyed it, and it's actually one of my favorite movies of the year. But I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube channel.